As an industry veteran, I see a lot of things that make me feel like being a veteran isn't necessarily relevant anymore. I've been now approaching the third generation cycle that I've participated in when it comes to digital mobile radio, from 1G to 2G, 2G to 3G, and now as we approach 4G. But I'll say one thing, this is an entirely different transformation because it's being driven by very different market factors. By content, specifically over-the-top content, by device proliferation, specifically much more than a mobile device, mobile apps, mobile iPads, mobile laptops, by users who are suddenly browsing the internet and downloading and uploading and sharing video and media content at a rate unforeseen even by the most optimistic of network planners. Traffic mediation is defined in two ways. The first way is, how do you stop the dam from overflowing? And then the second way is how do you turn that dam into electricity? So for the dam that's overflowing, clearly networks today are ingesting far more requests for multimedia, web, and video content. But understanding how you can use context-aware to reformat, reprogram, and deliver the same set of bytes at less bandwidth and less consumptive rates, but with the same level of quality, if not better. On the second side, to create the electricity part, we're talking about how do you find this mediation environment and create ways in which operators can be relevant. Because today, half or more of the traffic in many markets is coming from what we commonly think of as over-the-top services. And the way you get at that is twofold. One, you get better analytics. You start to understand what people are doing and how they're using their mobile devices, how long they're browsing, how often they're browsing, and what network conditions they're browsing, because those experiences are going to be very different. As well as you start to look at how can you provide an application engine platform, something we've been developing at the concept stage, to start introducing attributes into the IP path. No question our challenges are here and now. As costs for build-outs increased and traditional revenues certainly stay flat or in most cases frankly decline, operators are going to be looking to a whole arsenal of tools to improve those curves. So conventionally we've built capacity, and that will certainly happen, but the cost and expense of that is such that it's very difficult to do that to address the complete problem. So today you're looking at operators that are going to be building media optimization tools as we provide, caching, utilizing more caching tools as we provide, quite frankly borrowing a lot of the techniques of the web and the broadband world and adapting them because it's important. They'll have to be adapted to take into account working inside a mobile world. On the flip side, it'll be how do we get more revenue and services? You know, how do we look like the web world does and provide better capability around IP analytics, better capability around customer service and support, and then of course, you know, tap into the capability of the devices today. The challenge of handling mobile data will not simply be addressed by just purely network capacity additions. 2G and 3G were well defined by that path, so those of us who have been in the mobile environment for many, many years are very comfortable with the thought or the idea that, okay, more demand, more resource requirements will provide more radios, more infrastructure, that takes care of it. But there's one very different element among many elements about this next generation 4G capacity or LTE build out. It costs money to build infrastructure. It costs money to improve networks. That typically takes more money coming in. What's different about the economic paradigm of 4G is the conventional sources of voice and message revenue are beginning to flatten out, if not decline. And the incremental addition or replacement in some cases of new data revenue is growing, albeit at a slower pace perhaps than that which might be required to build out the network to support it. So an operator is going to have to take a very intelligent and very careful planning process to look at, yes, the option of building LTE, but at what pace, at what density, and at what cost, but also look at other types of solutions like media optimization, caching, and other types of techniques, today, by the way, used on the broadband network, and utilize those as well to make sure that the cost curve and the revenue curve stay in synchronous. The big transition in 4G is an all IP environment. All IP means lots and lots of data. Lots and lots of data means lots and lots of intelligence. And as we've seen in the broadband world, and with the examples of Google and Apple and Amazon and hundreds of companies, data can be used to create better customer experiences and in turn generate new customer revenue. And it's clear that if history is to repeat itself, and I think it will, the importance of understanding how to collect, aggregate, and utilize data in order to improve your customer experiences, deliver new and innovative services, as well as improve your capability to be part of the customer brand partnership, as we think of a Google today to search or an Amazon to go get books, is absolutely critical as we roll out this next generation technology, because the next generation technology will not be about providing more voice, more bandwidth, or more bits. It'll be about providing better, more intimate customer experiences.